Kelly. This is my video showing you how I experience disability every day. This is how I set up a feed before I go to bed. First of all, this is an IV pole, and this is my EnteraLite Infinity pump. It's fairly straightforward to set up. Press the on button, zoom in, close. Mine is already set up to 45 milliliters per hour, but if I wanted to change that, I would just push the up button or the down button, depending on how I'm feeling. But 45 milliliters per hour is generally how I run it at night. So, that's how it's set up. So we're going to turn it off because it'll start beeping otherwise. So we set everything else up. First, this is the feeding bag. It has the tubing and everything included in it, along with instructions. It's easiest just to hang it on the IV pole and then fill it later. So this is the tubing. It has a plastic cap on the end, red end, and this loop. So you open the feeding pump like this. Has a cap on it, so it's okay. Fit the loop around the, this is the wheel that makes it pump through, and then you pull it into the cassette and it locks into place. And you have to close the door on it, otherwise it won't work. Okay. Then you add formula to the bag. 2 cans for me. That's what I do. You're supposed to shake it well because the nutrients can settle to the bottom of the can. It makes a lot of air bubbles in it, and it's kind of annoying, but it's necessary. So, you do that. Uh-oh, I'm attracting cats. You pour it in the bag, and you feed it to the cat. Okay. Now, if I was setting this up in a backpack, I would need to squish all the air out of it, but I'm not, so I don't have to do that. Basically, you can just let it free stand like that. Just put the cap on it so it doesn't spill, nothing gets in it. Okay. Now, you have to set up the attachment. This is a right angle attachment. It comes at a right angle out from my feeding button. That's important, especially if you're running overnight, because the bolus extensions come straight out, and that can be really uncomfortable, and it can actually put stress on your stoma. So, this is how it goes in. This is my jejunal feeding tube. You open it, and it locks into place like this. And that's how it stays. So the first thing before you infuse anything is you have to put about 30 cc's of water in through your tube to make sure that it's not blocked. And to clear out anything that would have accumulated in front of it for some reason. So that's what I'm going to do now. There we go. 30 cc's of water. And then there's a clamp here to stop it, and a attachment here that closes. But you don't need that for very long. So you go back to your pump, you turn it on, press and hold the on-off till it turns on, remove the cap, and then you press the prime button on here, and it will force the formula through the tubing into the end, despite there being any air in the tubing whatsoever. Normally, if you were to just put run, it would tell you that there was no food because it would detect that there's air in this line. But when you press and hold the prime button, it's telling it to force it despite any resistance in the line. Although it does take a really long time because you have to hold it until it gets to the very end. So as you can see, the formula is now at the end. There's no more clear tubing, and when I push prime, it actually a little bit drips out the end. So you could just attach it directly to the right angle attachment because there's already water in here, so you're not going to be forcing any extra air into your stomach or your intestine. So you put it in there, you push hard, and then you press run, and that's the end. And then you go to bed.